Welcome to the podcast session to celebrate International Women's Day organized by School of Law, SBKM's NMIMS Bangalore. I am Dr. Samraggi Chakraborty and your host for today's session. I am honored to have today amongst us Ms. Shilpa Shah, a true pioneer in the legal field. She is the senior partner at Singhania and Partners. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for kind words.
Ma'am, we would like to have a lot of inputs from you so that your career, your expertise influences and shapes our bright young minds. With this, ma'am, I have a question. Like your career, which has over 3 decades of expertise, it is an inspiration to so many, particularly to women in the legal profession. Now, the legal profession is so demanding and it can be demanding. So, how did you manage or navigate through this by managing your work-life balance, especially, in the context of societal expectations placed on women?
Yeah, good question on Women's Day. To start with, that strictly speaking, irrespective of the profession you practice, struggle is there for the women. But when we look at legal field, there is a more struggle, mainly due to long working hours. And advocate who is practicing litigation, there are lots of unproductive hours waiting in the court, and then all drafting work, clients meeting, you end up doing in the evening. So there are long working hours. So far as my personal experience, so it was I have 2 daughters, and when my first daughter born, we were in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad. So we had family support. Unfortunately, my mother-in-law passed away when I was expecting. But my mother and my sister and brother, they helped me a lot, and I could restart or join my practice again in just 2 months after I delivered my first one. So we had that luxury or support, but for younger one, I was in Bangalore and we didn't have support, so I had to take break for 2.5 years. And my daughter and I both started on same day. When she started her playgroup or nursery, what you call, and I joined back again in profession. So I still remember that when I was going to office and she was going to school, and in school after, it was the beginning, very few hours in the school. So after spending, the teacher used to bring them to pick up spot, and from there, mothers, most of the time, other kids' mothers were coming to pick them up, and she was coming with the van.
Okay.
So she was seeing that other girls, as soon as mother came and hugged and all these, and she didn't have anyone to pick her up. So once she asked me, "Mummy, please be a housewife."
Okay.
So it's I was interested in my career path. I love my profession. Even today, if someone asked me, I would say that, I can't, unless my health issue comes, there is no stopping or retirement. No. So I love my profession even then and today. So it was Mamta one side and this. So struggle were there. But fortunately, I have to say that my husband was very cooperative. And those days he was traveling about 2 to 3 weeks in a month he was traveling, and most of the time overseas. So there were struggle, but with support from my husband and my children also very supportive. So it's it worked out well. so far as this societal. So there also I would say that my husband was like, I mean, he never cared about society. So he said no, like, I mean, it's like some wedding is there or some other. He said no, like, I mean, your work is also equally important and you have to do it. So, but like, just to give one example, that like when I started working, so my older one, she was going to Valley School.
Okay.
So she was going by school bus, which bus was coming 1 hour, like, I mean, 1 kilometer she had to travel for that.
Okay.
So earlier I used to drop and pick her up, but once I resumed my work, we decided that she will go by bicycle. So she was going by bicycle and parking somewhere and then taking bus, and while coming across the road, take the cycle and come back. Sometimes like no air, sometimes puncture and all this. So, and in Bangalore, you know, like it's a slopey roads. So once one parent, like other friend's parent, asked me that, Shilpa, is she your stepdaughter? You are treating her like that? I mean, she's a dear friend, even like that parent. Like, I mean, with concern she was telling. But just then, like, I mean, you question, no, I mean, you think that no one questioned that to my husband.
Right, but
so
the question
like,
was to you.
Yes. So it's like now for women, they expect, I mean, family has no issue, but like, I mean, the friends and society, they will ask that you are not not performing your duty towards your children.
Your family. That's like the thought process of the society. Right.
So, but I mean, it was just, I mean, she was nice, only with concern she said, but like, I mean, just that no one is asking this type of questions to men.
Right.
That what is your duty? But it's always, it is presumed that it is mother's
this thing.
duty.
But then also it's truly inspiring, like the passion that you have for your profession could not stop you. Like you managed everything. So it's not that we cannot, if we want, we definitely can manage both the sides.
Yes, definitely. So if you want, like, I mean, if you decide, I want to do this, you can manage. And of course with support of your family and even I would say that workplace. So it's from both sides you need the support, and I was fortunate and I am fortunate to have support from
truly inspiring. Truly inspiring. Ma'am, I have one more question for you. It's like you have been listed in the Forbes Legal Power List and also recognized by Asia Law and Legal 500 as a test, and this shows as a testament to expertise. Now, do you believe that there are unique strengths that women bring to the legal profession, particularly in areas like, let's say, client counseling or client relations, maintaining or negotiations, or any of the skill set that a lawyer needs? Like, what is your opinion about it?
Yeah, it's I mean, so far as award, for me, it's a one-line email from clients appreciating my work. It's my biggest award.
Okay.
So that is what I believe. So far as that negotiation or client relationship, I would definitely say that yes, like a woman can do that.
Is it like you think that much better?
Much better, and maybe that like negotiation is there, like I mean between children and children's father, you have to negotiate all
with
the time.
All the fights and demands.
Yes, all the time they want to get something, and father will say no, you can't go at this time, and so you learn this negotiation from the home itself. I mean, women have that inbuilt negotiation skills. And maintaining relations with the client. See, it's a, I think it is, again I would say it is inbuilt in woman. So I know all my clients, officers, family. I have not met them, but whenever we meet, they know about what are my children, what they are doing. Similarly, they also,
you also know about
I
them.
also know about them. Like today, Dr. Narayani was saying about, like, I mean,
your daughter. Yes.
So like I think that is there in the men generally avoid talking, and sometimes even my husband tells me that why you are mixing two things, professional and personal. I said, no, I'm
small
fine.
talks.
Yes, but I'm fine. It's not just money, and just is in a lighter tone. Like I mean, sometimes for corporate client, it's hourly billing.
Right.
So we bill for that also. So
Okay.
it's so but I mean it's always like, I mean, woman has I believe that it's a better this soft skill, like I mean,
skills.
talking to people and how to even negotiation terms.
Yes.
So even other side sometimes feel that we are with them.
Okay. So you bring that
Because
compassion
yes,
also with
yes,
you
yes.
when you are negotiating.
Yes. So
Okay.
that.
Okay. Ma'am, this also raises one question in my mind. Like, have you ever felt that your authority while dealing with your clients or, while dealing with them, it has ever been questioned because due to your gender? And if it is so, how did you address those situations?
I would say that, I mean, maybe I was fortunate, but I
Okay.
have not experienced that much, except like the one or two. It was not, I mean, that major thing, but once, like, I mean, we were, National Highway Authority of India is our major client. So once this Silk Board Junction, which was a fast, longest elevated highway in India, like in city, which was highway in the city. So that was the first time they were making, and there were some litigations, and courts had granted stay at first hearing, and then we had to vacate.
Okay.
And we were ready with the all preparation, filed objection, filed like application for vacation of stay and all this. And just then that officer asked me, saying that who will argue? I mean, I thought I had to argue.
Right.
But he said, can we call Mr. Singhania? Mr. Singhania is a founder and managing partner of the firm. So he said, he sits in Delhi. And and this I'm talking about 17, 18 years ago. That time he was like a strictly corporate law. Now he's doing lots of litigation also. But at that point of time, he was in corporate and strategy. So, but when he said, I said, let's see. Then I was just, first I thought it was very, I mean, it's not possible only. But I spoke to my managing partner. I said he was very, I mean, I was just lightly, I was telling that he was very much interested that you come and argue. So he laughed. But he still said, for client's comfort, I will come. He flew down to Bangalore. But he was just, he gave comfort to client, I'm here.
Okay.
But otherwise, like he kept telling, she's tigress in the court. So don't worry. And this on, and ultimately we got.
So again, out here, society's point of view or looking towards you as someone who is.
So basically, like I mean, so it was. But like then we had so many cases. He never questioned or never asked that. Call Mr. Singhania. Right. He knew that it was.
He had the trust.
Not, yes. So, but that like I mean, our managing partner helped.
But they even saw your potential. Like as a woman, there was nothing that could stop you, right?
And that in one other example, like I mean, we were just one client came, like there was a one lady and man, they came and for one matter, and so in conference room I called my other colleague. She is also a lady, so I called her to assist me in that matter. And then like we sat, and then the meeting, and then says someone else is coming. I said no. She said, so who will handle our matter? I said, we. So she was expecting, so man didn't say anything, but lady was expecting that man should handle the matter. So, but like I mean, I have sometimes like I mean, habit of just making fun or something, and then like I mean, our office assistant came to give water, and I said, see, he's there. He also assists us, and he makes sure that like I mean, pagination is proper, we make proper filing, and then that lady would just laughed and like then nothing further, and like we just. But otherwise, and for I mean overseas clients,
right.
I would say that they are on the contrary, more comfortable
Comfortable
with the woman.
with the
So they have
right.
no problem. So,
No
but
problems.
I mean, overall, I have never faced
You never faced
that,
anything
like
as
someone
such.
questioning.
Basically,
or,
you need to have that integrity, that skill that is required to excel in this profession. That's something that you can say, right, ma'am? Also, with this, ma'am, there is this, the legal landscape is changing, is evolving, rather, I would say. So, as with your, expertise, how do you see this changes, like your observation, whether regarding gender equality in the legal profession over the years? What is your opinion? Like, we have a lot of girl students who wants to make a mark in this field. So, what do you think?
So, like when we look at I remember in some school, one teacher was telling me that in class when they asked, it was a all girls school.
Okay.
And she said in 10th standard when they asked that which profession you would like to go, and she said more than 50% said legal field.
Okay.
So now they are choosing this or opting for the legal profession. But still, when you look at the number of judges, like in Supreme Court, first woman judge was appointed in Supreme Court almost after 4 decades. First Supreme Court lady judge. Now, I was fortunate to attend the ceremony, oath ceremony, when 9 judges were taken 3 years ago. So in 9 judges, there were 3 judges. 3 were women judges, including Justice Nagratna from Karnataka High Court, Justice Bela Trivedi from Gujarat High Court, and they were the first lady judge from that state who were appointed as Supreme Court judge. And when you look at it's we are celebrating 75 years, and now when you look at today, till today, from the date Supreme Court set up in 1950, and now at 75 years, only 11 women judges have been appointed as Supreme Court judge. When you look at the number of women advocates who are in the practice,
yes,
compared to that, it's when you look at senior counsel. So senior counsel in Karnataka, there was only one senior counsel till 2019, when 2 more were appointed.
Okay.
Compared to you see 100 senior counsel male, designated senior counsel I'm talking about.
Right.
So designated senior counsel, there are 100, and against that 3. So it's but it's changing. So
what will be your advice to these young minds, young girls who wants to make a successful career, build a successful career in this profession? So what will be your crucial pieces of advice to them? What they should do, what they should think about when they want to shape themselves?
I was attending one conference. It was National Women Lawyers Conference. There were advocates from Sri Lanka and a few other countries also. And there were Supreme Court judges on the dais. There were Chief Justice and few judges from the High Court. And one woman minister was also there as a guest. Chief guest or guest of honor. So when she was talking from the dais, she was appealing to the judges on the dais that women have lots of duties.
Okay.
So they have to make breakfast in the morning. I don't think nowadays that is happening. Now it's the roles is reverse.
Okay.
So
yeah, definitely.
Yes. So, but she was telling that they may have to make breakfast for husband, send him to office, then they take their files, go to court. So be liberal when they argue. I differ. That is not the right way. So my advice to aspiring women lawyer, that don't think in that direction.
Right.
Because I'm woman, we should get some more advantage, or judges should when you give exam, And when you write, like, now marks are, like, it's irrespective of you are woman or man. Yes. So similarly in courts also, or whichever, like, I mean, you do corporate law, wherever, don't expect that you should be given more privilege because you are
a
woman. So don't go with that expectation, and motto is work hard.
Yes, to be diligent.
And I mean, you will have all the successes. So it's not that, like, I mean, there are posh and there are so many things are there which are required, and rightly government is doing, activists are trying to ensure that, like, women get their due
recognition,
yes,
or safeguards, whatever you say.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Right. Because these are very important if they have to succeed, right? But then, as you rightly said, they should not ask something thinking that they are women. They should be given some differential treatment.
Yes. See, we are talking about equality.
Right.
So then, be equal.
Develop your skill set.
Yes. And I mean, I'm sure that, like, I mean, women are, like, I mean, girls or, like, I mean, women, they are doing really good. They know what they are supposed to do, and so they don't need advice. They are well aware that what are the expectation from them, what they are supposed
they need to do right now. This also has something, let's say young women, but there are also women in leadership role like you. So how have you seen the perception of women in leadership? What is, or in the legal profession, how has this perception been received, or how is it right now? Women in leadership roles.
I mean, for that, I will just repeat ki now, like, I mean, that appointment. We are seeing that in India, I mean, apart from court, like, legal field, like, I mean, we are seeing that there is a change happening, like, Supreme Court judges and High Court also, like, I mean, now it's slowly it's improving. But even when we look at, we have the president as lady. Earlier also we have seen lady president, Shrimati Pratibha Patil. Now even, like, I mean, prime minister, which US is struggling to have lady prime minister.
Right.
We had prime minister. So women are, like, I mean, in leadership role. We have seen them, and we have seen them doing quite well.
Right.
So they are doing their work quite well. Now, like, Justice Nagaratna, who is from Karnataka High Court, she will become first Chief Justice of India. So leadership role, like, I mean, in leader, like, that still we are, I mean, there are, I mean, I've read articles where they say that
women leaders are much better.
But, like, they say that, like, when you look at the law firms, you will not see the, like, managing partners are not, but, like, in India, managing, I mean, most of the firms are, like, it's promoted or founder partners are managing partners. So that, like, I mean, some lady has to start the firm to become.
So might be down some
partner.
more 10 years or something, the number will change.
We have not, like, I mean, Zia Modi is there.
Right.
So we will see
things
more,
will,
like,
things
so
will.
It's a changing, but it's a slowly changing
process.
So
that's one thing, but let's hope that it does happen, and it will happen. Ma'am, the last question for today's session would be that on International Women's Day, what will be your message, not to any legal students or people from the legal profession, but in general to women across all professions? What would you like to convey to them about their potential and the importance of supporting each other? Because that is very important, I believe. So what is your take on it, ma'am?
No, I mean, they say that women are real architect. So they can do a lot more. But, like, I mean, olden days, they were saying that for every successful man, there is a woman behind.
Yes.
But I would say those days have gone. It's not that, like, women should be always behind.
Right.
And but, I mean, I won't suggest that we should look for role reversal. It is always better, as you rightly said, togetherness. So both have to, like, the male and woman have to progress, supporting
together
each other, And again, like, I mean, I started with that irrespective of profession, each profession, that is important, that both, like the male and woman, they
Should
together,
work
and
together.
they should work together.
Thank you, ma'am. These were your powerful words, and I believe this will be truly inspiring for sharing your thoughts with us today. It's been an absolute privilege and pleasure to host you today. And for all the women and all our students, the young minds, it should be an inspiring one. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me, and I thank NMIMS for the opportunity. And I just have last word for, like, I mean, when you say that, I mean, today's women or girls,
Yes.
like, I mean, they are doing wonderfully well, and they
Right.
know what they are
Want.
Yes, they want, and what they should do, and
Right.
they are very aware, and, like, I mean, so I'm quite proud of the next generation.
Yes, yes.
So and I wish all of them best, and happy Women's International Day to all.
Happy International Women's Day to you also, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.